The Harley-Davidson Nightster isn't a bad bike, and when ridden hard it's a lot of fun, but not sure it meets the needs of its target audience and certainly doesn't replace the Sportster 883 as an accessible model. As Harley claims, it's far from an affordable access point into the brand, while its upbeat nature and sterile-feeling bike also make it a little soulless to ride. It's a good handling bike, and when pushed hard the engine and chassis respond with gusto, but it still seems to Harley that there is a huge hole in the model lineup left by the death of the 883 that the Nightster failed to adequately fill. The Nightster feels very light and agile and handles speed very well, although its conventional fork lacks any adjustments and its twin shocks only allow the preload to be changed. Can treat it pretty roughly and throw it into corners and not protest, which is impressive, but an element of restraint is necessary due to limited ground clearance. However, this agility does come at a small cost, and if it suffers from heavy bumps, jolts and a hard seat, it will definitely let you know it all. As with the suspension, the single brake calipers are conventionally mounted but are made by Brembo and feature ABS and braided lines. Performance is acceptable and the ABS is good, but if you want to increase your braking power using the rear brake as well, the end of the lever is a bit small and tucked in, making it hard to find. The 60-degree V-twin Max 975T Revolution engine is heavily based on the 1250 engine found in the Pan America and Sportster S, but it's not just a shrunken version. Whereas the 1250 featured variable valve timing in both cameras, the 975T only has it in the intake, giving it a very different character. Unfortunately, unlike the Sportster model, it's hard to form an emotional bond with this bike as it's quite roaring and noisy, making it feel like a sterile modern machine where air-cooled models have a pounding soul. Also, the 975T likes to be run with power that lies well above the reverend range, something that doesn't really suit the Harley model. Yes, the Nightster is a modern sporty performance cruiser, and when the revs go up it's fast, but do riders really want to be forced to thrash to unlock the power core? It's hard to see it as such a bike and would benefit from low to mid-range grunt at the expense of zap high class. In keeping with the more modern sport family in mind, the Nightster gets ABS and TCS traction control as well as DSCS drag torque slip control and even 3 power modes: Street, Sport and Rain. Even if the safety system is unresponsive to corners, switching power mode changes its sensitivity as well as throttle response, and mid-range power doesn't mean you want to switch modes. Rain and road modes add a terrible lag in throttle response to the point where it feels like nothing is happening until over 50% throttle, with Rain being particularly powerless and off-putting. The Nightster is far better off left in sport mode regardless of the conditions and slightly abrupt throttle response.